film everything I can. Cool. Okay. All right. So. Right, so when it comes, you can listen in if you want, or join in as the okay, so you can squeeze your neck instead of
yeah, that's fine.
Right, so you kind of know what an arm triangle is already, right? Okay, but I wrote this down just before. You want to be ear to ear. It's not about the squeeze. So where most people go wrong, come on over, I'll use you already, right? So just jump in your back. So spin around, give us your head. Right, so where most people go wrong is they'll get like a grip. They used to rear naked grip like this, and then they kind of drive down into the person. Yeah, you're not trying to do that. You don't want your hips high. Yeah, you're not trying to push like this. Yeah, so the carotid artery is on the side of the neck, so we want pressure like this. Pushing down, it's not about getting the tap. It's about putting them to sleep gently. Right, so if you're at the end of a 40-minute roll and your arms are cooked, right, you want to be able, you want to know that you know how to use your body to do this, not your arms. So when I start teaching arm triangles, head arm chokes, then I get people to start doing them one-handed, so you can't squeeze, right? So when I'm here like this, like that, if I just lie here, I'm not squeezing at all. If I just lie down, it's going to make them tap straight away, and I'm doing nothing, right? I'm not squeezing whatsoever. So when I'm here like this, as I lie down and go floppy, he wants to tap, and I'm not squeezing. There's no bicep flexing, nothing at all. So jump out, come jump in. Right. Breathe over here, just try and keep everything you can. Here we go. So I'm here like this, I have my arm here, and my goal is to lie down. Yeah? So no squeezing, right? I'm not flexing anything. Yeah? Right? It's just about getting the right angle and the right height. It's more about being ear to ear, so that this arm can't come out. Right? Because your arms are always trying to get out between the two heads. Right? Okay, so if I'm ear to ear, that's not going to happen. Right? And I don't rely on squeezing. I rely on my body position. Right? So you'll feel, as my body drops, so when I'm here like this and I'm just ear to ear, it's as my body leans this way that it starts pulling my bicep into your neck. Yeah? It's more about my body moving around this corner than it is squeezing at all. Right? So that's the first thing you have to do. Do it one-handed with no squeeze. Grab his neck and squeeze it. Right? Do that on it. Come on over. So we've got an UK we can use here, which is good. Right. So just wrap your arm around it. And your goal, Isaac, is to give him feedback. Yeah? So just put your palm on the floor so you're not squeezing at all. Go ear to ear, and then just lie down. And it's your job, Isaac, to tell him when it feels like mine. Or if he's using weak, he's squeezing.
Try rolling your body.
So move this way, move your hips around this way. Right, so have a look at my hip movement, right? Jump over a sec. So feel my hips are up on this side, down on that side. It's the dropping of this side that adds pressure here, because it's almost like an anchor. It's like I'm anchored here like this, and as I fall this way, the anchor pulls on his neck, like that. So it's not pushing, it's more pulling almost.
And then I'm relaxed.
Totally relaxed. I can drum my fingers. Turn the corner a little bit there. But I'm not even flexing my arm, nothing. Completely relaxed. And I drum my fingers gently, so it helps keep it relaxed. And then drop the left side of your body slowly. You can even put this arm like under your body if you want. Like this, no under, and just pretend you're dead. Pretend you're dead. And just let you, alright? Yeah. So when you're dead and you just lie down, it all starts to happen. Because then you know you're relaxed. If you need to squeeze because there's urgency, then you can. Right? But one thing I hate is that when I see like in sport jiu-jitsu where they're like doing rear naked chokes across the person's face and the guy's jaws break, he's tapping, I'm like, that's what the old days in Brazil used to be like. Collar chokes across your face, over your nose, in your mouth, they don't care, they just want the tap, when the fight don't care. Yeah, right? And I hate it, right? Because it's not really, all it's doing, like the point is not to win. The point is to learn and have good jiu-jitsu that you know is going to save your life. Yeah. So like, if all your gold medals come from face crushes, and you get in the street, you're in a lot of trouble. It's like, you really don't know if it's going to work. And people, like, if you snap somebody's leg in the street, like, and you see this in like UFC BJJ, for example, initially is when the knee breaks, they panic, but then immediately they don't care, because the pain's gone. If there's a real fight, that guy's not going to fight now. Because he's not even going to have that panic bit. Right? He's not going to care. And I did a thing in Access the other day where I got Marcus to put me in a foot locker. Are you totally happy? We're in a street fight here. And he's like, yep. So I just pull out my knife and stab him in the freaking leg and kill him. Right? I go, you've got no hand control. Yeah? Right? It's not about would it break their leg in the street. It's about you don't have hand control. You don't know anything about street fighting. You don't know what's in their pockets. Yeah? Right? So you've got to have hand control. Anyway, so ear to ear, it's not the squeeze, you want your hips low, not high and crushing people, alright? Okay? And then there's four main places that you'll find arm triangles. There's lots, right? There's heaps and heaps. The mechanics of them are the same. Yeah? Right? Okay? So we'll start with mount straight arms, right? So this is like, when you do no-rules fight, this happens all the time, especially when you're fighting people that can't fight, like they don't know jiu-jitsu or anything. So he pushes at my chest, pushes me away, push me away. Got this, so I have one hand, and so he just pushes across. Yeah? Then I use this hand to lift his head up, not this one. This hand picks up the hand, picks up the head, and then this one folds under it on the inside. Yeah? So do that for the camera again. So here like this. So he pushes up, hands inside, punch it across. So I'm ear to ear, which is what I need. But I use this hand to lift the head. This one folds to here, keeps the head up, and then my left hand pulls back to my palm to palm grip here like this. A lot of people these days are staying in the mount, right? Yeah. I like to flick my foot off, and then I can go around the corner here like this. Yeah. Now, the reason why I leave my knee on their tummy is to prevent one of the main escapes. Yeah. Not a lot of people use it. I don't know if they don't know about it or if they're not particularly athletic or whatever. But one of the main escapes from here is for you to backward roll over your left shoulder. There. See? And he's out. Right? Because it's the only corner that I'm not controlling. Yeah. I'm controlling this whole side. I'm not controlling that. And that's his way out. Yeah, so as soon as you learn that, you're like, oh, I'm out of here. Yeah. Right? So, what I want, pushes at me, palm inside, punch it across, drop, lift the head, fold the arm, pull the hand back to the palm. I have this, and I flick this off and keep my knee there. Yep. Yeah, so he can't backward roll. And then I just walk around the corner. Yeah, right? So just have a look at that again. We'll face Cody. He pushes at me. Punch it across. I drop. This hand does the lifting. Lift. Fold. Pull. Ear down low. Flick your foot. And then I lie down around the corner. Cool? Yep. Away you go. I'm glad we have an eco today. This is great. The first message I sent him last night was like, go easy on my neck, because I've broken it a few times, right? So he pushes at your chest, he pushes you away, good. One hand inside. So this one here, yeah, it's because that's going to his neck. That's why it's inside. Punch it across, go low, just drop, good. Use your left hand, then this hand goes on the inside, fold your arms, then suck this one back to make your grip. It'll make a gate, palm to palm grip. Yes, ear to ear, good, nice and low, 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 there, ear to ear, great. Now flick your right foot off, just your foot, good. Then lie down. Just go nice and flat, 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 flat. So rather than go completely flat toes, I like to try and have active toes.
Yep.
So when I'm like this, I always have active toes.
Yeah.
So if I need to go somewhere or move or do something or push, then I can, rather than have my toes down. Like this, so just go flat, just go flat, 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 flat. And then you can walk around the corner. As you walk around the corner, your head will push into it. See? And it's just a changing of the angle. It's not, you don't need to squeeze. That's right at the top, not about the squeeze. Right? As you change your angle, it pushes you into his head.
Yeah, copy. Yeah.
Right? That's what's creating the pressure. Is that as you're moving this way, your right arm here is pulling on his neck on that side, and as you're turning the corner, this side's getting more pressure. And that's what's creating the pressure from each side. It's not a front backwards pressure.
Yeah.
It's not what we're after. It's about sideways stuff.
Yeah.
Cool, back to mount. Pushes on the chest. Good. And it's good for you to practice with someone with a small neck, because it makes it really hard to do it. So left hand lift his head up. Good, right hand fold your arms. Good, left hand suck back. Good, ear to ear. Nice. Flick the right foot off. Good. Active toes, go really low. Low, 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 low. If you need more angle, then as you're turning, let your head push on it. Good, keep going. So you got a little neck. Alright, okay. So check this out. Because this is also on the board down here. Right? Which is if you need to reset, right? Which does happen, right? Okay, so people little necks and stuff like that, or people wriggling around, like, So, another thing I use my right foot for is with my knee here like this. My foot is close to his knee a lot of the time. Yeah, right? So when I've come across here like this, I flip my foot off and gone here. I'm like, oh, it's not working. So I go back to my knee, I use my foot here to push it back over, and I can reset my hands. Yeah, I can re-dip my arm in deeper. Go back to where I was. Go again. Right, this foot behind the knee gives me control of his whole body. Because his arm's going to be up here, and he's a cylinder, so he wants to roll. Yeah? So that way I don't have to, if something goes wrong here, it's not the end of the world. I can roll him back onto his side, which lifts all this up, allows me to put my right hand through deeper, and then when I sit down, I'll have a nice tight arm triangle again. Another thing you can do, thank you Hannah Gracie, right? Okay, is I'm here like this, I'll push him over, reset, but make a rear naked grip on his head. Don't do this in class, right? And then you just lean this way. And it's like it's going to snap.
It's not
his
even
neck.
a choke, it's going to break
it's
my
going
neck.
to break his
Yeah.
neck, right?
Yeah.
Don't do that, right? But it's a possibility, yeah? Do what you want in grappling, and the street's combat, they'll let you do whatever you want, right? So again, we're here like this, he pushes on the chest, my hands inside, punch it across, lift, fold, pull. I get over here, it's not happening, not happy. I keep the head the same, go to my knee, use this foot to push his leg over, reset, with my arm really deep, like this, and then I go back again. None of it was squeezing.
Yeah.
Good, away we go. Right from the start. Hey, glitter boots, what's up? Right, so it pushes on your chest. So you need your arm inside, go straight to his head. Good, lift his head up. Fold your arms, left hand sucks out, nice. Right foot flips over. Good, slide down low. Get down there, you're like, it's not working, something's gone wrong. Go back to your left knee again. Correct, okay? Now use your right foot to roll him all the way over. Good. See how he's up now? Good.
Yeah.
And now you can reset this. You can use this hand to hold his head.
Yeah.
Punch this through deep. Yeah, go back to palm, head down. Go back to palm. Good. And then with this new connection, go back to where you were again. Going flat, don't squeeze him, no squeezing. Make sure you just go flat. Good, remember, as you change angle, let your head push into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so rather than push his head around the corner, jump up the seat. Around, you're okay there?
Yeah, fine.
That's all right. Okay. So when I get to here and I'm not really happy with it, I'll push him over like that. Yeah. Lift his head. Yeah. Lift it up. So I can put my arm through deeper. So I'm like pushing him. It's like trying to get him to have a look at down my back. Like this. Right. Something you can also do here, come around the side. Yeah. When you go here, is you can park your elbow behind the person.
Yeah.
So they can't roll into you. That makes it really tight. And he gets stuck on that side. Because the person who's under here, what direction do they want to turn to escape this? Cool, we got someone with a stripe, someone with no stripe. He's saying this way, you're saying this way.
I don't know. I don't know which way I want to go, to be honest.
I like your honesty. You were right.
Yeah.
This way. Because he wants to do this. To put your elbow on the floor. Keep turning this way. There. That's where he wants to go. Right? You do not want this arm up in the air. You want it on the floor. Right? Okay? So, given that he wants to turn this way, I can make a little chock under his body with my left forearm to stop that happening. So, Chuck, come here. Grab a second. Right, so I've had a shitty one, I've got you like this, I've pushed you over, I've reset, and now I'm going to tuck my elbow under your body. Yeah, right? So you can't roll this way, you're like, oh, there's something stuck on my spine. Even if you wanted to turn this way, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do it, but it's something you can use.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just try it. Give it a go.
Yeah.
Come on, Uko. It's a privileged position you're in today.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, jump on the back.
Oh, make it run.
You're actually really small.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
We're tiny.
yeah, yeah. But it makes it really ideal for you to learn head arm choke. Because it's very difficult. Yeah. Fold. Palm back.
So do you just grab palm to palm like that?
So if, for example, go back through go through all the way through the choke and then assume that it doesn't work. So flip your foot off, you start going flat, you go flat, you go, it's not working, so you go back to your knee. Good, use your right foot to roll them all the way to the other side, get them right on his side. Good, yeah, good, okay, even further, because you can use your foot to push him over, good. So use this hand to lift his head up over your shoulder, deepen this, yes, and then when you reset, yeah, so you can put your head in there, now you can go palm to palm, palm to palm. So I would go this way,
Yeah.
yeah, here, and then turn that elbow under his body. Yeah, put it right under his spine, ear to ear. Good. Now flick your foot off and just continue. Probably won't go very far. Let's go down, 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 down. There we go. Good? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So something you can do with that arm, other than have it wide,
Yeah.
that helps. Yeah. Cool. So do it a couple more times. Because it's very important, because it's reasonably common that the person wriggles out and makes your arm triangle not what it could be.
Yeah.
Makes it an 8 out of 10. Yeah. No, I really want a 10 out of 10. Right? Okay? So being able to turn the person on their side and reset, rather than just squeeze hard to make up the extra 20%,
Yeah.
right? Have that ability to be able to go back, reset, get a 10 out of 10 grip that you're totally happy with. Because in your mind, you should be like, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
If you're not sure and you're gonna have to squeeze, that's not great technique.
Yeah.
You might learn to do that, but if you're a weaker guy, you'll be rolling for 40 minutes, and now you're trying to do that to someone, your arms are too cooked to squeeze properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And if you squeeze, and an MMA, end of round, you have to stand up and your arms are cooked, you have to start with striking next, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like back in the kickboxing days, the last 20 seconds of every round, I would just manglate people's legs, because they have to sit down and it just sits there, and all they're thinking about is leg pain. And then they go to get up and still, and they're like, oh God. And then the first 20 seconds, legs again, right?
Yeah.
You know, just to make them want to quit, you know? Yeah, same thing. Rightio, way we go. So pushes up, shove across, drop down low, the head, fold your arms. Good, palm to palm. Suck it out the palm to palm. Good. Nice flat, too light, go flat. And then walk around the corner if you want to. Making sure that your head is changing with the spine. If you reset, rolling back over, lift his head up over your shoulder, punch your arm through deeper. Good, better connection, nice. Good. You can park your elbow under him if you need. Good flat. Don't worry about the high hips. Good. Round the corner. There we go. Good. Okay, hang on, we'll break for a second. Cool. Good stuff. Alright. Okay, so that's one place where you get that when you're fighting guys and other styles, you get them out, start whacking them a little bit, they start pushing you away, you use your chest to make it uncomfortable and stick your arms up. That's a really super easy way to get it. Like, I'm a big fan of arm triangles for white belts. I think that the primary thing that white belts should be doing is choking people.
Yeah.
Because it solves every fight you're going to come across.
Yeah.
And it stops the other person fighting everybody else too. Yeah. And after you've been for a couple of years choking the hell out of people and everyone's been pushing at you, what are you frothing to do? Armbar. Yeah, right? And then you get your blue belt and you're like, armbar time, right? And what are you good at? Chokes. So you're going in and getting after those necks, and now how easy is it to get the arms, right? Yeah, so like that used to be like when I was coming up, that was the thing. Chokes for white belts, arm bars for blue. Yeah. What happens a lot when you go for a lot of arm bars?
Shuffling legs.
People pulling arms out of arm bars. So what does that give you? Triangle, which is the purple belt. Yeah. And then when people hide their arm from the triangle, gives you omoplata. So it was chokes for white belts, arm bars for blue belts, triangles for purple, omoplata for brown, and black belts do it all, and the internet ruined it. Right? Yeah. Because now the internet, they can see all the stuff that the higher grades were learning. That's why there was no curriculums anywhere. They don't want students doing like what I wanted to do, which is like learn all the black belt stuff day one.
Yeah.
Because it's not on the wall. It doesn't exist. So you're not tempted on one. Focus on that. Focus on that. Don't look down there. Right? Now the internet's like, hey, it's all out there, and everybody's like, I'm going to demand my coach teach me all this black belt stuff as a white belt, you know? So it kind of messed it up a little bit. So the other place that you find arm triangles is scarf holder, because you're already holding the neck.
Yep.
You've already got one arm around here. Not an amazing position in jiu-jitsu. We're not a big fan of it, right? It's like too much control of too little of the body, and if you miss their head, they're on your back. So it's primarily a judo thing, but in white belt, it's a big position we focus on. Because what's happening here? These are street fights, man. It's all about mount, scaffold, technical mount, yeah, guard stuff, like it's all really good self-defense stuff, yeah. So I was happy you asked about arm triangles because I'm like, perfect, because you're a white belt, perfect for white belts, yeah. Just gotta watch the squeeze, all right?
Yeah.
So from scaffold,
I reckon it's the easiest to get to, but it's the easiest to fuck up.
yes, but now you know how to reset it. Yeah, just have to jump back over here, on your back. Here we go. All right, so when I'm on scaffold here like this, I've already got most of what I want, right? Yeah. So the question is, how do I get him to do this for me? Yeah, right? So if I want his arm going this way, yeah, I don't want to have to fight him for it, so how do I get him to move it there for me?
So give him some space.
No, push his arm down. Ah, right, see the direction it's going now? So the best way to get arm triangles is to get really good at that arm lock. Relax. Be like that.
Yep.
Right, because once he gets scared of this,
Was that a shotgun?
just straight arm lock on that. Just lie on the shoulder. Be like that, right? So when you're here, right, and you start pushing this arm down and he starts pulling it out, here like this, resist, yeah, there, that's where you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Right, to there, head down, palm to palm. Now my hips are all backwards. So I'll leave everything the same. Just change my legs. Yeah. Right? So you don't just like shove it over there. You push his arm down first. When he brings it back, you shove it across. You leave it there, head down first, palms. So everything's tight. Now all I have to do is change my legs. Change your legs, change his hips. One more time. Something here like this. Yeah, so I've pushed this down, he starts bringing it back, shove it over to here, ear to ear. Grip here straight away. Now it's all just legs. So this one goes under, it's just threading the needle. Cool?
Yep.
There we go. Good. Now leave everything there and just bring this leg under your other. Just change your hips, nothing else. And change your hips, keep changing your hips. Yes? So turn your hips completely the other way.
The other way.
Yes. Because remember that has to go onto his belly usually to stop the rollout.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Cool?
Yeah.
Yes, so you go from there, palm to palm, and then it's just legs. So push the arm across. His elbow, ear to ear, palm to palm. Good. Keep that where it is. Good. Now just leave that and only change your legs so they're the complete opposite. See, during that, he would have felt the change up here probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go back, do it again, right? So what you have to do, and I suggest you close your eyes, is feel that there's no change at the head as you're changing your body. So jump on your back for a second so I can do it to you. So once I have this over here like this, and I get here, my hips are all the wrong way, like this. So as I change my legs, the pressure should only increase, not decrease.
Yeah, right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You felt the change in my hips creating the pressure?
Yeah.
Nothing with my arms. My arms didn't change at all. My arms just hold. What you're feeling is coming from my hips, nothing to do with my arms. It's only changing my hips. Because I got the arm here like this, my legs are totally backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I'm here like this, it's only hips. Yeah? There we go. Isn't it just easier just to squeeze tight? Yeah? And just cheat, yeah? Yeah. Well, you're a big guy and you're strong, so like, you know, like you're gonna fight other big strong guys. Yeah? So the hard thing is like you have to imagine what it's gonna be like fighting guys 140 who's athletic like you.
Yeah.
That's the guy you're training for. There's just not many of them. Good. Yeah, straighten that leg through. That'll start turning your hips. Let your hips turn. Keep going. Change your hips. Yes. Ah, see, during all of that movement, the pressure's going on and off his head all the time.
Yeah.
So what you need to do,
It was stronger before, like the last second before you settled into the hips.
Yeah. So like, yeah, it's a very difficult thing because you're changing all the dynamics of the pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to like not have a weak part.
Wait,
Well, okay. God forbid I know anything about cranes. But if you're trying, no, if I try and teach people in their world so they get it, right? So you've got a number of different things that are happening with your crane. Rotation, and things change dramatically when things go out long, like the weight on the crane changes dramatically, right? And now if you're trying to do the two things together, because what would a beginner do? Yeah? They would either keep it close for safety, turn around and then put it out and drop it, right? The more experienced guy will already know the distance he needs and he'll be smooth at doing that without tickling the whole goddamn crane. Because what an idiot beginner would do is stick it out too far and swing it and now the whole crane goes over. That's what we're trying to do here, is that you're like, there's a whole bunch of movement that's affecting his head. So how do I make that transition smooth so the pressure on the crane stays the same? Yeah? Because you don't want crazy forces going on, because it's just a stick with a big heavy thing hanging off it. Right? And you don't want the stick to fall over because you're at the top of it. Yeah, it's a big problem, right? So it's very important that that thing stays upright. And you don't drop things on people. That's the other one, right? Don't drop things on people, and I don't want to be one of the things that drop on people, right? So this is the same thing. It's easy to just sit there and squeeze. It's hard to keep a consistent pressure while you're changing the dynamics of your hips. But that's what you're trying to do. Because you're trying to go from one position to another position without changing pressure. All right, away we go. This is where practice comes in. Yeah, and again, difficult on stick man. Yeah, but it's good for you to practice on. Well, he's got a young neck, we can break it. There we go. So add a little pressure there, just not too much. So it's more about what I call pouring concrete, right? Which is soaking up space. It doesn't mean squeezing. It means think about where there's space around his head and his arm and fill in that. So you can do like a little head movement like this, you can do like a little arm movement like that. You can do small things to soak up the space other than squeeze. And then you have to keep that consistent while you're changing your body completely. Yes, and then change your hips. There, good, okay. Next okay?
Yeah, good.
It's all right, good. Do it again.
Yeah, right.
Here's the feedback. That's why it's so good to have somebody here. Yeah, because I'd be complaining from day one, right? And I'd be like, oh, it's too hard, right? So having him here is ideal. So you push it down, you also push it, punch the elbow across, good. Head down ear to ear, good. Bring the hands back, palm to palm, nice. The other. So keep the connection, remember the pouring concrete. Soak up all the space you can, and then don't change that space. And I would tend to focus on moving this leg as much as I could first. Good, really tapping. Yeah.
I think it's like as soon as you put pressure on your head with my head and start driving over with your ear, it starts getting real tight.
Yeah, I think it's that pouring concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good one.
I came up with it yesterday.
What?
I came up with it yesterday when I was taking the private with Nathan.
Oh.
I started to refer to him as pouring concrete. Yeah. Because I always say that the worst part about the coffin is it gives you hope. Yeah. Good. And change hips completely. Change hips, change upper body. Good. That's right. We'll work on it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so my favourite place to hit arm strokes is from technical now, right? So what I like to do, is similar to what we did just before. Whatever you want, find a way. This is where purple belt, why purple belts are so dangerous. Purple belt is the reward for combinations. Yeah, right? They learn to right? So what you're going to do is, I want the person to put themselves in the head arm choke. Yeah, so I pushed his arm out, he brought it back towards the head arm choke. If you're trying to pull it into a head arm choke, he's going to push it out, you're going to get the arm bar all the time.
Yeah.
So if you want the arm bar, you force the head arm choke. Yeah, so whatever you want, do the opposite and get them to react to it. So that way they're helping you on the journey towards your favourite submission. Right? Okay, so the way I tend to get people to turn over from here is I do it technically incorrect. If I push down here like this and do this, go reach for your arm. Difficult, right? Yeah? Go back. Go get your arm. Keep turning. Can't save it. Here we go. Beautiful. Right? Is that I leave room for him to turn.
Yeah.
I want him to turn on a side. Yeah? Okay. If you want the person to turn, which is what I want to do, right? So I push, I leave my elbow open, so he goes to get it. Like this. Now I can go to technical now. So you've already done gift wraps like this before.
Yeah.
No problem at all, right? And the way that my hands are set up there is for the head arm choke, not to take us back. If I want to take us back, my hands will do this. All right? So whichever hand you want to choke with should be the one touching his neck.
Yeah.
It should be the top arm. So like this, I can't do the rear naked choke because my top hand is blocking the rear naked choke arm. Yeah. This hand is touching his neck, so it can go through for a head arm choke. If I do this, it's the opposite. Now I can rear naked, but I can't do the arm choke because my bottom hand is underneath. That makes sense? Yeah. Right? So whichever choke I want to get, that has to be the hand that's on top.
Yeah.
Right? So when you go for a gift wrap here like this, it's ready for the arm triangle. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll push like this. Yeah? Right? I'll push him like that. So he starts pushing back, and usually what will happen is his right foot will come in. Not yet, but when his right foot comes out, he's about to push back. So I go like this. See?
Yeah.
Push back.
Arm triangle.
He's pushing himself into the head arm triangle. So what I'm looking at is that foot as my timer.
Yeah.
I don't go for the arm triangle until that foot hits there.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's like your race driving, right? Is that you have braking points on the track that you've memorized ahead of time. At different speeds, you need different braking points. So the indicator for timing for this, for the arm triangle, is the foot hitting the floor. If the foot's not over there on the floor, I'm not going for that arm triangle.
Yeah.
Because he's not far enough on the side and he's not committed enough to push him back this way yet. Because it's him that's going to put himself in the arm triangle, right? So from the gift wrap here like this, I'll push like that. I'll use my elbow to start rolling him to his stomach. He pushes back. That's the time. Yeah. So how I get there? I push with an open arm, so he goes chasing his arm. I let him turn. I get my gift wrap. I go below the shoulder blade, and I start rolling him. I want to push him to his stomach. It's him stopping himself going belly down that creates the arm triangle. I push. There's the foot. There. Flip the foot, lie down, same thing. Yeah, so just how you get there, working the timing with that foot. I'm just watching that corner, waiting for the foot, wait for the foot, wait for the foot. When the foot hits, I'm like, right, let's go.
Yeah.
Because he's about to start pushing him, he's about to move. It's hard to submit people when people are not moving.
Yeah.
Yeah? Right? Yeah? It's like it's the opposite in striking. Yeah? It's easy to hit people when they're still. It's hard to hit them when they're moving. In jiu-jitsu, it's the opposite. When people are still, they're watching you.
Yeah.
When they're moving, they're paying attention to themselves. Yeah? Right? So you don't want people who are still, because they're just sitting there watching you, nothing's happening. There's nothing to disguise your attack. Right? Defense, distraction, attack. I want to distract them. So the distraction is, I'm taking you to your stomach. His reaction is what gives me the arm triangle. Last time. So you can start from gift wrap if you want, here like this. Typical one with the hand on top. Use your chest behind their shoulder to push them. See, there's the foot. When he pushes back, I let go. Palm to palm, tight on the ear, knees touching, foot flex, and go back down. Cool. Away we go. So normal gift wrap. Yep. So get you, I know he's small. It's okay. I'll stop hassling you about that, man. He hears it too much. He goes, I get it. I know I'm small. Right?
Maybe I
Just
won't put on weight.
Stop telling me. Yeah. So push in the back of his shoulder blade to start pushing him this way. Push him to it. Think about going, putting him on his stomach. Good. Wait for the foot. So I need your head on this side so you can see that foot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So push him onto his stomach. Watch his foot. There. Now change your head. Go to the other side. So stop. So your arm is stuck under his head. Jump out. So just sit north.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Just so you can watch my head position and the timing. I get down very low behind him here like this, and I push. Sometimes I'll even use my elbow to push him out. Because if I do want to go to the stomach, I'll change my hands. I'll go this way, and I'll put my knuckles down. Defend your neck. The arms are stuck under his body.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? So with my hand here, I have to use my elbow to start. My elbow controls that foot. Watch this. Yeah, that elbow connects to this foot.
Stretches a lot.
Yeah? But the foot has to come to relieve the pressure.
Yeah.
Right? So when I'm here like this, I use my shoulder to push. Waiting for the foot. There it is. That's the timing. Yeah? Once I'm here, now it's the same. So just that transition so that your hands know when to let go.
Yeah.
Right? That'll take a little practice. So I'll do it slow. I push. The foot's coming. Foot goes. When he pushes back, I let go. blink, release, and you're done. So that little transition will take a little bit of practice, but it's all recorded, you'll have it all, and you can practice on, I record everything, So you get all the videos, I'll send you a picture of that, so you can always refer back to it. That's the whole point. It's not like, done and dusted. You hope you remembered all that, because I write on the board, I go through the whole thing, The whole point is that you can keep it forever. You can build on it and refer back to it. Right here. There you go.
I was wondering how that worked.
Usually I'll put it on YouTube because it's easier for you to download it. It's hard to share big files between platforms and stuff. Start off this side because you need to see the foot. Because he has to believe you want to go belly down, and your head wouldn't be over there if that was the case. So flare this elbow towards me, like you want to push him down. Watch for his foot. There. Now, let your hands go and get your head to the other side. There. Nice. Then you flick your foot. Good. Left side flat. Flat, 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 flat. Good. Okay. So again, that transition takes practice. Yeah. So it does. None of this is taking strength. It takes like all we're trying to do is set people up. Right. So we're learning setups. Everybody knows how to do an arm triangle, but going from drilling an arm triangle to getting it working when you're rolling, that's mostly what privates are for, is to figure out and to be able to show you, because in the class setting you don't usually have time, right? Is to go through the transitions between how to set it up. It's like you could drill a throw 1,000 times on a mat and you can't throw anybody because you don't know how to balance them. You don't know how to set it up. Like what's the throw that makes the guy move his foot like that allows the throw to take place, right? So that's really purple belt thinking, which is set up. From white to blue, the presumption is that you're fighting somebody in the street that doesn't know jiu-jitsu. So you don't need multiple techniques and setups and all these sorts of things. You literally just do it to them, and it works, because they don't know how to defend it. Blue belt onwards, now it's jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu. So now you have to set things up. Now you have to start pairing up techniques. Chokes go to arm locks go to triangles go to omoplatas. And you already kind of have the basis for most of it. But privates really help in like working out the intricacies to connect those things together. Because if you try and work it out merely through experience, it takes a very long time. And that's what you're paying for, is my experience to show you how to do that. So it's a little shortcut. Way we go. Nice. Good for that. Great. So you get them head the side. He won't believe you're going to the stomach if your head's on the other side. Be like this. Good. There's the foot. Let go of the hands. Let them go. There we go. Good. Flick the foot. Good. Stretch the left leg down. Good. Stop. That'll do. You don't have to keep squeezing his neck because you know how to do that now. And you just need to polish this transition. And also knowing that you can change your hands the other way if you want to put people belly down and choke them straight away. You just reverse your hands, right? Oh, that's good.
So it'll be like that.
Correct. Right. So then, all you do is like pull his hand under his body, partner's on the floor. Good. Flare your right elbow forwards with all your weight. Here he comes, he has to go belly down. Left hand goes around the neck now. See? Because his hands are under his body. It's really good. If you want to belly down, put people out, that's the way to do it, because their hands get stuck under their body. Jump out. Jump back. Get face on camera. Right. So this way you can feel it, right? So I have a normal good grip here like this. When I change my hands like this, it doesn't seem to be much to you.
No.
You're like, whatever. Where are your hands?
Under me.
Under you, right? Yeah, so if I do it slowly, what I'm doing is this.
Yep.
You can touch your nose, maybe.
Yeah.
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 Right? But as we go further, where's your hand? Touch your nose.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a spare hand.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Right? So, if my hands are this way, which I usually do, my preference is usually to go belly down. So then I hook this, put lots of pressure on your elbow. There.
Yeah, right.
If I don't want that, if I'm here, yeah, and I want the arm triangle,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So you've got two hand positions. One goes to face down back mount
Yeah.
with an automatic rear naked choke with no defense, and the other one brings you to arm triangle.
Yeah.
And it's just a subtle change in your hands that a lot of people won't even notice. I know. Right? If you knew it, then I'd be getting a private from you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? So have a look at that again. Yeah. There we go. And if it requires body pummeling, it's all about getting the youth. So that's going to allow you to lever more with your shoulder. Forces in the belly. Lift hand over there now. See? It's already there. Yeah, and there's no defense. Because his hands are stuck under his body. Yeah. Oh,
That's so good.
like more privacy. Yeah. Well, it's true. I get to spend like an hour and a half with just 2 people instead of 20 people. So. It's going to be, yeah, that's possible, yeah. If you're hitting for the head arm triangle, it's not going to be as effective as putting them belly down, but against an experienced person who panics a little bit, they're going to feel the pressure and they're going to react by going that way. So that will give you the head arm choke.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there was.
No, you use the same thing. Make him think you're doing the same thing, which is putting him belly down. When he resists, head arm choke.
Okay.
Yes. So now that's more effective at putting them belly down.
Yeah.
Because with your right hand on the ground, you can lever a lot further with your arm.
Yeah.
When your hands were the other way, you were blocking that hand. Go back. Change your hands to a traditional grip wrap. See? The hand that you want to roll onto the floor is up here.
Yeah.
It doesn't roll as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not manipulating his wrist. Because more than half of turning him belly down is pulling his wrist under his body. And you can't do it with your right hand where it is there.
Yeah.
When you change your hands, now you're directly holding the wrist. So now you can pull the wrist and lever on the shoulder, and that's what puts him belly down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's being nice and gentle with it. It's good.
Yeah.
You take it sometimes. Highly. Alright, so the last one, right? One of my favourites, right? So as I've said before, is that hey,